All right, hello everyone, and welcome to race number 18 of 23 in the Qualcomm Series season here at the Meadowlands Speedway, the Gold Bond 250. Track situated in New Jersey in the New York City area. You see the skyline there in the background, part of the very big Meadowlands Sports Complex, but a very unique 2-mile oval with a turn similar to that of Las Vegas in turns 1 and 2, a flat sweeping turns 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 similar to Indianapolis in that they are somewhat squared off, and a D oval for the front stretch. This unique track provides a lot of challenges for these drivers, but our field of 25 is get set to roll here from the Meadowlands Raceway. Let's take a look at your starters. Did I accelerate? No, I did not do it later, but alright, let's take a look at your field of 25. So on the pole, the 83 of Larry Hagan. He's trying. He was 11th in points just a few races ago, and he's trying to work his way back up to the championship fight. He still has a shot, but to his outside is the points leader, Eli Bright, who's only 6 points ahead of third place, TJ Smith. So if Smith beats out Eli Bright here today, we might see a new points leader. Jonathan Martin to the outside of the 46th. On row 3, we have Aiden Burkhart and Mark O'Hara. Then it's Steven Taylor and Nathan Ormond. Diego Yepes and Brian McDonough. Landon Lyons, Ryan Butcher. 21, Oliver Galloway, last week's winner, Jacob Edson in the 43. Then it's Dale Lightning, Alexander Rowe, Mitchell Collins, and all the way back here you see the 92 of Mac Johnson, but there are a couple other contenders back here you see behind him, just like the 94, Sebastian Kukulon, who has Dusty Neal to his outside. Then it's one of the other contenders who struggled in qualifying, Luke Rainey, Zachary DeLello. Both Jones cars had issues in qualifying with the 64 and the 74 being back here. Final two spots, Jake Galloway and Gerard Lasseter. But let's get up to the green here from the Meadowlands. Don't drop streams. Streams. Whatever. Alright. 25 laps of action here today at this 2-mile oval. Dodge and Ford sit on the front row. Then Dodge and Mazda row 2. But, again, this track is a unique one. Two different ends. And the start-finish line also is not really in the center of this D oval front straightaway. But anyways, Larry Hagan will lead the field of 25 competitors down as the chase for the championship gets real in the Qualcomm Series. And the green flag is out. We are racing in the Gold Bond 250. Takes these guys a bit to get up to speed, but we're going to see a bump here on the back straightaway. It shouldn't be an issue for all these competitors, but you see TJ Smith drafting up to the back of race leader Larry Hagan. It looks like the outside line's not where you want to be. Diego Yepes way up the track back there, but seems to be so far so clean. But TJ Smith sent high. This could hurt Smith as he was going to capitalize on Eli Bright going up high, but he's got two Team Vegas cars underneath him. Out front, Larry Hagan being pressured by the 7 of Aiden Burkhart, who in turn number 3 dove underneath the 46 of Smith and is now challenging for the race lead. Coming off turn 2, no look just yet. Most of the field still together in a bunch. Now turn 3 seems to be Burkhart's strong portion of the track. Will he make a move? He's running a little bit lower line. Nothing there yet. Look, Brian McDonough in the 4th. Landon Lyons trying to chase him for that spot. And there's the look. He's waiting till he can get it on the front straight. And he's going to lead lap number 2 from the Meadowlands. New leader, car 7. Landon Lyons trying to get 3rd now from Nathan Ormond in that 0. Ormond's going to slide up. McDonough trying to get under him as well. But Edson's got a big run on the 43. And look at this for the lead. Hagan trying to get the 7 of Aiden Burkhart back. Can Larry Hagan do it? He's on the dotted white line through turn number 3. And now through turn 4, he's going to have the advantage and take the spot. Burkhardt had to lift on corner exit, not to hit the wall. That's going to allow Jacob Edson possibly to get underneath him. Maybe even Brian McDonough too, as those guys on the inside get a big run. But see, TJ Smith 8th, Eli Bright 10th, and Mac Johnson 15th. And where is Kukulon and Rainey? Rainey's 24th. But Kukulon's on the march. He's trying to get up here. He's into 11th. He's trying to get past the 50 of Eli Bright. Oh, man, Aiden Burkhardt really checking up as he gets taken 3 wide. TJ Smith on the bottom. Oh, man. Lyons and Bright nearly collide. Couple of your contenders right here. Good racing early on, but let's take a look at the front of the field. They're trying to close up to Larry Hagan. Here comes Brian McDonough underneath Jacob Edson for second. Really diving in. That 9 car is quick today. Mark O'Hara as well, sitting back here. That egg beater's number 5. Let's take a look back once again. Smith is ahead of Bright, who's ahead of Kukulon. Aiden Burkhardt still backing up the high side. Oh, man. Very close to landed lines there. Right in front of the 92 of Mac Johnson. Coming off the corner, Martin nearly gets into the 7. Toyota versus Mazda rivalry is strong. But seems like that 7 car can't do anything being in the gray line of these corners up in those marbles. Now it's getting tough here for our championship contenders as Brian McDonough has taken the lead from Larry Hagan. Mark O'Hara trying to jump him. Smith, Kukulon, and Bright now all seem to settle in as Galloway's just trying to race for spots, really, as he's not a big factor in the fight for the championship. Take a look again. Hagan forced up high. Here comes the 5's teammate, Nathan Orman, the 0. Underneath, and O'Hara looks like he's going to go for the lead. McDonough did lead the lap, but here comes the 5, Mark O'Hara, to the inside of him. Now Jacob Edson still in this fight for the top 5. Kukulon ahead of Smith once again. Bright really fell off in a turn 1 that time. AJ Jones really moving up so far this race. It's into the top 10, that number 74. Now it's all single file and column just for a little bit, but probably once they're down the front straightaway, they'll be jumping 2 and 3 wide once again. Track provides some great action. Coming down, O'Hara, McDonough, Ormond, Edson, and Hagan, your top 5. Here comes Galloway underneath Kukulon as they try to close to the leaders. Oh, Galloway, late run out of the 39. Gonna get to the side of him as Hagan can't get past. Edson, Smith, and Bright side by side back behind them. Galloway sails it on in. Oh, what a dive out of that 39 car to take the spot, but it looks like Smith is losing out that 46. He's to the high side of a couple rows of cars now as AJ Jones nearly slides up into him. Mac Johnson going to try and take him 3 wide. Johnson only 7 points behind Eli Bright. This is what he needs if he wants this championship. 3 wide into 1. Johnson slides up just a little bit. Has to get off the throttle, but keeps it going on the inside. Smith has to check up so he does not drift up into that wall. He's got his teammate now, Mitchell Collins, underneath him. No one seems to be able to catch that 5 car, Mark O'Hara. McDonough's playing defense currently with Edson and Hagan. And Galloway and Kukulon still dicing it up for 6th. Eli Bright might be thinking about a look on that 39 coming through. Galloway less speed off the corner than Bright. Who's going to get to the line first? It's going to be close. Galloway did just barely. Now for second, Edson moving past the 9 of McDonough. 43 car owned by Cup Series driver Logan Bradley. And Larry Hagan trying to go with Jacob Edson here on the bottom. McDonough lifts. And that might give Ormond a spot here as Kukulon doesn't have to deal with Galloway anymore. But he might have to deal with Bright here in a lap or 2. Actually, it's going to be this lap as Bright has an incredible exit off the corner and blows past the 94. And Kukulon could be taken 3 wide. And tough break for the 94. He's going to lose some spots as Ormond has gotten by the 9. But Jacob Edson has just knocked off Mark O'Hara from the top spot. He'll take the lead, but not if O'Hara fights back. But he's going to have to play defense with Larry Hagan right behind him. Oh, Hagan had a bad corner exit. Really lifted off. Now it's McDonough being passed by Lassiter. And Kukulon didn't lose too much. He's 7th, but wow. Just a couple laps ago, Luke Rainey was basically last in this field. He's gotten himself into 11th. Incredible run. Where has TJ Smith gone? This 46 really falling off, and not what his championship's hopes need, as he's down to 17th. Still fighting with his teammate. In the back, you see Aiden Burkhart just hasn't had anything today. Dale Lightning could have been a threat for the championship, but he has just been slipping these last few races, and it might be over for the driver of the 75 as TJ Smith got really high through the corner. That 46 obviously not driving to his liking. Side by side once again for the lead. Here comes Mark O'Hara underneath Jacob Edson. O'Hara really forcing up the track, and that's what he needed to do if he wanted to get the spot. As you see a big change here. Larry Hagan down to 7th. Must have been really hung up high. Seen a couple guys get past him, but Eli Bright so far running the best out of your championship contenders. Three Camaros. Here's Galloway up the track. I wonder if Jake got a piece of the wall there. I couldn't tell, but that 39 was right up against the concrete coming off the corner. And the outside lane's not where you want to be. As you see, you're just going to get trained here on the bottom. But yes, Edson did take the lead back, but O'Hara and Ormond linked up again. These teammates are probably going to try and work together to get past this 43. Edson won at North Wilkesboro, and last time out, Larry Hagan's in the wall. The 43, Larry Hagan, was just into the wall in turn 3, and this could be devastating to a championship. Oh, what a save! McDonough slid up the track in turn 4, trying to dirt track it, got into the 83 of Larry Hagan, and it didn't face Hagan at all, as that car was sideways, and he saved it, and he's trying to make a pass. Then in the next corner, what caused Larry Hagan to get upset in turn 3? And we're going to watch the save again as well. He's on the outside of Sebastian Kukulon. Oh, I think he just might have stuck to the gray and just driven it up. I don't know if he actually got into the wall or not. Then, what was Brian McDonough doing? He just overdrove the corner trying to get the runoff for Martin. Didn't realize Hagan was slow. And a great save by both of them. Hagan still in 12th. Mac Johnson now just losing some time up high. But we need to look back at our leaders. Jacob Edson holding off Mark O'Hara. Nathan Ormond down to 3rd. And Lassiter pressuring him for that spot. Eli Bright is in 5th. That's the point stay he needed with Smith and Johnson not doing the best. Johnson doing alright in 9th, but not ahead of him as Luke Rainey getting past Sebastian Kukulon. That's the battle for 4th in points, if I'm not mistaken. But up at front, here comes O'Hara once again on Jacob Edson. Let's ride aboard the number 5 of Mark O'Hara. And here comes Gerard Lassiter looking for 2nd on Edson. He's worked his way up through the field, and he's trying to make the move. Off the corner, you see the speed that inside line carries, and Lester's going to blast past in that 29. Flyby down the back straight. You see 3 wide toward the back of the pack. They go over the bump. Orman's going to gain a spot as well. Maybe even Eli Bright in that 50. He's looking racy. He's going to get to the inside of Edson. Just shows how much of a disadvantage this outside line is. Alexander Rowe moving up underneath the 94 of Sebastian Kukulon. It seems that Lassiter isn't quite gaining on O'Hara yet. Mainly single file currently as this race starting to wind down and the tires are really falling off. You see there. It's not quite a second, but it almost is as Jacob Edson. A big slide. He had to counter steer that 43 coming off of turn number 3. That car slid, but he was lucky to catch it, and because that thing easily would have hooked to the inside wall. Yeah, Lassiter did start last, didn't he? So if this 29 pulls it off, that would be a last to first, if I'm not mistaken. Check that. Yes, he did start last. Just incredible that Gerard has gained 24 spots in this race, and he's going for the 25th. Possibly in a lap or two, but I'm not sure with this fall off if these guys are going to make it to the end of the race, or if you're going to see any gambles about guys. If everybody does have to pit, if they come down as Edson barely taps the wall, but it's going to hurt him as he loses some speed. Yeah, he lost like 5 or 6 miles an hour there. That's going to be 2 or 3 spots. Now Luke Rainey going underneath Eli Bright. This is big because Rainey needs the points if he wants to close in on Bright's points lead. And now Eli stuck up high. Alexander Rowe gets under him. He's going to lose spots to Edson and Kukulon too. And Kukulon needs those points as well, especially if he's trying to fight Rainey too. Edson pulling low. Trying to get past the 84. Nothing there. He'll have to set it up for the front straightaway. But you see, Lassiter's still working on the 5 of O'Hara. O'Hara seems to be the one who has had the fastest car so far for Team Vegas in this race. But next flag basically ends the race. This is lap 22 of 25. What can we do here? If any of these guys can catch the 5 or the 29, or which one of these will win the race? Oh, Lassiter's high! Is the 29 a problem, or is he just pulling a Hagen where he just, for no reason, just completely misses the entry to the corner? And this could mean that Mark O'Hara has this race clear for him. O'Hara's gone. Rainey and Bright are going to close up on Lassiter, and the gap's almost a second. Will these guys have the momentum to catch the lone 5 cars just sitting out here? I'm not sure. Here comes Rainey underneath the 29. Eli Bright doesn't know who he wants to help. He doesn't want to help Lassiter because he's up high, but he also doesn't want to help Luke Rainey because he's fighting for the championship with him. Coming off the corner, Lassiter going to lose more spots to Rowe and Edson. Nathan Ormond as well behind them, but it's 2 laps left for this 5 car of Mark O'Hara. He's led the most laps today and seems to be clear for the win, but Rainey's able to close. Starting to catch him here. Can he do it? He's got 1.5 laps to go. 3 miles. This time down the back straightaway. With Eli and Alex being spread out, will Luke Rainey have the run? But so far, it's Mark O'Hara's race to lose. Coming to the bushes, baked beans, 1 to go. White flag is out in the Gold Bond 250 here from the Meadowlands. And Rainey is starting to be in the camera shot, but I'm not sure if he's going to have enough time. Especially with Eli Bright hunting him down for that 2nd spot. Down the back straightaway for the final time. O'Hara clear ahead, but Rainey's closing. It's going to be close. Can Rainey pull off a good turns 3 and 4 and possibly catch him? Final corner at the Meadowlands. Rainey's closing, but I don't think there's going to be enough time. Mark O'Hara comes through the tri-oval and will take the checkered flag and win the Gold Bond 250 as Luke Rennie runs out of time and probably would have got it if there was one more lap in this race. So a thriller here at the Meadowlands, 25 laps of good racing and a somewhat thrilling finish. But Luke Rainey needed to finish ahead of the points leader Eli Bright if he wanted to gain in the championship, and that's what he has done. Taking a look at other championship drivers, Kukulon in 9th, Mac Johnson 11th, TJ Smith 13th, Larry Hagan 14th. And that's basically it, I think. Dale Lightning 21st, but he's basically out of a chance at it right now. See where everybody else finished there on the left side of your screen. Get the points here in a moment. And that goes to show you how dominant O'Hara was. He led 14 of the laps here today. Other laps were led by McDonough, who fell all the way to 23rd. Oh, tough break for that 9 car. He was fast early on, but he must have used up all his stuff. Aiden Burkhart led 1, Larry Hagan led 4, and 5 went to Edson. You see there, Luke Rainey only gained a point on Eli Bright, but 1 point is still important. See what you're all been waiting for, the point standings. Coming down to the thick of it. Rainey's gotten up to 2nd, and he's only 14 points back on Eli Bright. So Bright has 315 points to Luke Rainey's 301, and it's a tie for 3rd. Mac Johnson and TJ Smith, 297 apiece. See there, Johnson, 13 top 10s, but only 4 top 5s and no wins. That's what's cost Johnson this championship. He's a great driver to get top 10s, but he just can't get too many top 5s. And you see Larry Hagan is in 5th now. 28 points back, and Kukulon is 29 back. And Burkhart, McDonough, and everyone on back from them. They're not out of the question, but they're going to need some luck here to get up into the fight. But I'd like to thank you all for watching. Cup Series from the Meadowlands will be soon for the, I believe, the Kenwood Vanderbilt Cup race. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.